soul. That is what you have taken from me.
My name is General Zod.
All right, we're gonna start this review off with this stuff here. Everything is still in the plastic, so I haven't even taken this out. But this is your instructions. I'm pretty sure most of y'all probably like, we don't care about the instructions, get to the figure. But the instructions are important. They show you what you can and can't do. See, like, I didn't know he had a waist swivel. I didn't think it can move with the armor. All parts of the armor are not detachable. But yeah, this is your instruction sheet. How to put the cape on, mask, all that good stuff. And your additional wrist pegs in case you break one. You get 4 extra hands. Nicely done hands. They all are pretty similar. I mean, these two are actually the same exact hand. Just different sides. Then you got these two. Same exact hands. Different sides. But they're damn near, well, they're not exactly the same, but they pretty close. But you get these 4 plus the 2 that he got on them, which are fisted hands. So, yep. You get your base, and it's basic. It looks pretty good to me. I know it's basic, but it's still cool. My only problem is you get the bendy rod and the waist grabber, but the waist grabber is not adjustable, so you can only use this for a flying pose. You can't use it to have him standing up, which sucks because he don't do a good job standing up. You get his mask, and this is pretty dope. Great paintwork on it. Nice details. Weathering. Yeah, this thing looks pretty damn good. Look at that. Not bad. And last but not least, you get his cape, which is still wrapped in the plastic. Only problem is, take it out, they got it folded up. Now I'm unfolding it. It's gonna be a pain in the neck to put it back in here. But yeah, this is the cape. Guess we'll get a better look at it when I put it on the figure. It's like a velvet suede type material. Very classy. But yeah, we'll get a better look at it on the figure. And here we have General Zod himself. And I gotta say, this thing looks amazing. Amazing. One thing Hot Toys excels in is attention to fine details and just capturing the look of the source material. It's like things that I see that I don't recognize or see when I'm watching the movie, but when I get the Hot Toys figure, it's like so many details that you miss, and they just like really set it off. And then I didn't even realize his suit was asymmetrical. Like none of the things on his suit is the same except for maybe the boots and the shoes. Like both arms are different. Both bicep armor pieces are different. Both shoulder pads are different. It's just crazy. It's like stuff I did not notice before. What else? Let's see. His waist is different. Like around his waist, it's completely different. I did not realize that when I watched the movie. This is actually a pretty dope suit, but it will drive you crazy if you don't like asymmetrical stuff. Because like I said, neither side of his body is the same as the other. And his head sculpt is amazing. I mean, even looking at that, look at that. Let me see if I can clear it up. I mean, that scar right there, that's bananas. The teeth, the paintwork to the teeth, the nice gloss shine to them, the hair, the sculpted hair. And remember, this is an old piece. This is not new. This is about, I want to say close to 9 years old. This ain't new. This is an old head sculpt, and it looks damn good. They even nail, like, look at the eyes. Like even both eyes are not the same size. It's like this one is wider than that one. They really captured the anger in his face with this sculpt. But now we have to jump into articulation. And this is where things get ugly. So the head can go side to side, rotate, get a little bit up, and very little down. That's about it on the down right there. Shoulder pads both come up so you can get the arms up that high. You get about 90 on the elbow. You probably get more than that, but this armor piece on his bicep is kind of in the way. So about 90 is where to sit without bouncing back. And of course you get the bicep rotation. So that's the arms. Of course, you know, the wrist peg, you get a swivel. Torso, the body can twist, but it's not a lot. But you can get some twist on there. Now, for the lower body, it's a little more problematic because you got this hard plastic on both sides, hip skirts. And then you got these pieces here. This is like rubber. These pieces right here are connected to the thigh armor. So when you get to moving his legs, these are going to cause some restrictions on the movement. Plus, you got on these black spandex, well, I ain't gonna say tights, it's a whole bodysuit. Now, usually with Hot Toys, you usually just have to find a way to move the pants or the tights up some, which will get you more leg movement, but we're not gonna do that in this video. I haven't experimented yet. We just gonna do what you can out the box. And out the box, that leg can go about that far out, about that far forward where it actually hold. You can go a little bit more than that, but it's gonna bounce back because this rubber piece is forcing the leg back. So you get a little bit over 90 on the knee, and you get a thigh rotation. Now on the foot, it's just a basic ball joint. So you know you get side to side, the down and the up, and the rotation on it. So, and that's with both. And you also get some movement on the toes. He is limited in what he can do as far as articulation. I mean, double fold, because he got on a bodysuit and he got this hard plastic rubbery armor. So he got two things working against him on articulation. All right, this is Zod with the mask on, or helmet. And surprisingly, you can still get some movement on that head with the mask on. You just won't be doing no up, because it'll pop right off, because it's not really on there too tough. Like the socket right here that they got up inside the head. Get him to stand right here for a second. If he'll stand, he got such weak ankles. Like both ankles are weak, especially this right one. So getting him to stand straight up is a challenge. But anyway, so like, let me see if I can get some light. The hole or the socket is kind of wide. So when you sit it on this joint, it's on there, but it ain't on there. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like, you got to make sure this part right here tucks underneath this here. But now it's on there, like it won't fall off, but I can just pop it off like it's nothing. You don't hear a bloop sound or nothing when you pull it off. It's just on there, but it's on there. So, but like I said, you can turn it like that, you can turn it like that, but you're not getting no real down or no up. It's just pretty much, that's what you got to work with. And as you can see, it comes right off. So, I mean, I'm pushing down and it's not making that bloop sound. So, yeah. Well, like I said, they ain't gonna fall off though. Shake it and everything. So, look at him. He want to fall over. Because like I say, he got weak ankles. There we go. But yeah, that's Zod with his helmet, mask, whatever it's called, on his head, with his full body armor and mask on. And I'm in a bit of a dilemma because I don't know how I want to display him, because the mask is dope. Should I put the portrait on or leave the mask on? That's pretty sick right there. All right, let's mess with this cape. Now this is the part I didn't want to do, because it looks like it's gonna be a pain in the neck. And if I can just get him to stand here without falling over, which he wants to fall over, just stand there, dude. All right, so this cape has 2 snaps, one on this side and one on this side. I don't want to tear the cape trying to unsnap it. All right, so you got those 2 snaps right there, right? What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take this and tuck it underneath and then snap it together. So you pretty much got to throw it over his head like this. Take these 2 pieces and get them underneath these pieces here. And that is where the challenge comes from. So I'm gonna take this head sculpt off. It just comes right off anyway. So you gotta make sure I got this right. Yeah, so you gotta take this, tuck it under there. And this thing is hard plastic. They could have did this a better way. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it off camera because it's too much work trying to do it in front of the camera. We're gonna come back. All right, so I got one side, right? Kind of show y'all what I did. So what I did is I took this, set it right about here, and then I took the spudger and pushed it through, pushed it against this here, pushed it through the bottom. Then I took some tweezers and pulled it the rest of the way out. And then from there, you just snap together. And bam. And there's the cape on Zod. Yeah, this is a pretty dope cape. Flowing cape, velvet, suede type feel to it. Hot Toys made it longer than the figure and cut it up at the end. So it kind of makes the cape drape and drag the floor. I like that look, what they did. So, but I wouldn't have mind a wire, but it is what it is. Here's the standing action. Here's Zod with some of my DC characters. And for an older figure, he actually kind of stacks up with the newer stuff. Like that Batman is a newer figure, and he's pretty up there in the same height. Actually, he's taller than Batman and about the same height as Red Hood. So that's pretty good. I'm not a fan of buying backwards, but I find myself doing it anyway. But General Zod, not a vast amount of accessories, but everything you would expect with this figure, with this character, you pretty much got. Now, the only thing I would have changed, they definitely should have gave a stoic face as well. Love this sculpt, love this expression. I mean, it captures Zod's look from the movie excellently, but he wasn't always looking like this in the movie. So I would have liked to have had a stoic face along with the head covering. The sculpt, as old as it is, it could get today's sculpts a run for their money. It still looks fantastic. Like I said, great expression on the face. And it's an expression that he made a lot in the movie. Both ankles are weak, but mainly the one on the right. I would chalk it up to age, but as I was filming this video, I just went and double checked, and it seems to have been a problem back when the figure was released in 2014. So I can't even blame age for that. It just, the ankle design, it's not that well done. It's a real balancing act to get him to stand on his own with these weak ankles. I got him standing now, but what y'all didn't see, it took me like 10 minutes to get him to stand like this. So yeah, he got some weak ankles. I think I saw somebody say they used like some paper that they wrap and then tuck this. I gotta go back and look, but it's a couple fixes out there. Posing him, it's a challenge. This is one of those figures where you gotta decide if you want it for the look, the appearance, or if you really need it to be a figure that can really do some serious posing. Because in the movie, in Man of Steel, he did a whole lot in this suit. I mean, he was doing all kind of fighting. He was crouching down. He was doing straight up. He got down in like a kneeling position. He did some running on his legs and his hands at the same time, like he was a dog or a wolf. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that he did in this suit that you can't do with this figure. So it's a little disheartening. So you got to make a decision if you want to pick this up based purely on how it looks. You can pose them, but it's definitely going to be limited. The glue they use for the cape is starting to wear off, but it has been a little bit over 9 years, so I guess I'll give them a pass for that. I mean, this is almost a 10-year-old figure, and for the most part, it's still in pretty good shape. It was still new in the box, even though I wouldn't consider it new because it's 9 years, almost 10 years old. But it was new in the box as in nothing was touched. Like everything was still in the plastic. So whoever owned it, they bought it and did nothing with it, which, I mean, it's fine with me. But even just being in the box, it's still stuff that after 9 years, it's like wearing off. And that glue is one of those things. So just be mindful of that if you seeking this figure out. It's crazy. No one wanted this figure. Like, I mean, maybe just a little bit over a year or two ago, nobody wanted this figure. It was going for like real low prices, real low. But his popularity had a resurgence with the appearance he had in the Flash movie. And all of a sudden, the value on this thing just started shooting up again. And I was looking like, damn, this thing, they want all that for this figure. This figure wasn't worth nothing but this much last year. But that's how people are. That's how the market is. That's just the way the game goes. Value goes up and value goes down. Right now, the value on everything is trash. The market is just done gone to hell. So, but I've always wanted him, but never could bring myself to really grab it. I didn't like the fact that the articulation was so limited, which I saw back in the day. But I'm learning to appreciate figures for what they are as I've grown in this hobby over the last decade or close to a decade. Some will be highly posable and some will simply be good museum pose style pieces. That's just the way it is. Plus it didn't hurt that I got them for a deal. So yeah, I'm getting along with it. But me and the missus was out shopping this past Friday, and I saw them at my local shop on sale for Black Friday. Like I said, still new with everything, still in the plastic. Dude told me the price. I was like, oh shoot, really? And it was actually cheaper than what it was going for a few years back. In this current market that it's going for. And I actually left it at the shop. My wife was like, what happened? I was like, they had some stuff in there on sale, but I ain't really trying to spend no money right now. We got other stuff to do. And I ended up going back to the shop and grabbed it, as you can see. But I ain't mad I got it either. Plus, I love Michael Shannon's version of Zod. I was a fan of Terrence Stamp as Zod.
Kneel before Zod!
In Superman 2, and Callum Blue, I think that's how you say his name, on Smallville as Zod. But I think Michael Shannon has been the best version of a live action Zod, in my opinion. And he's by far my favorite version of him, so had to go for the price, had to go ahead and grab him and throw him on the shelf. Anyway, I talked long enough. My score for this figure is a 3 stars out of 5. And y'all got to take everything into consideration that I said in this review, and y'all understand why I gave it a 3. Y'all know if it was appearance alone, it would be like a 4.5. But we don't go just by appearance. But anyway, that's it. That's all I got. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll holler at y'all later. At the next figure, I'm out. Peace.